There he is. So this is now the motion to reconvene. Second. Good.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody says yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so this is the public petition. The public petition is the time where the public can speak, so I would request that you come up, keep it, you have 5 minutes to speak. No, there will be obviously no clapping, no screaming, you have one time, and that needs your name and address. Ed? Well, hi.
Alan 80, 71 Lewis Street, Phillipsburg, New Jersey. I mostly came here to just say one thing. One is Mr. McVeigh is right on the signs, but I don't know how you're going to stop being posted in Lopat, Pohat, Alpha, Greenwich, whatever. I mean, you may be able to do it for Phillipsburg, but that's not going to happen anywhere else. Now, aside that, I just publicly and personally want to thank the town of Phillipsburg for voting Matt Skirbo and myself back in the school board. And the other thing, there was a huge turnout, and the voters spoke, and I personally want to thank Danielle for putting us over the top. Have a good evening.
Thank you for your comment.
Hey, thank you for having me tonight. It feels
Council President.
It feels nice being on this side of the fence here, and this won't take much time at all. I have like 4 bullet points I'd like to discuss tonight. After what I heard tonight, I believe it's time to unite the town to solve the town's problems. I've heard all your outcries, and I hear you. And second of all, I think the mayor should focus on the real solutions versus false images of progress like fake parks and fake recreation. Phillipsburg needs to rebuild from the ground up. And you know blight is our biggest problem. With that being said, and I know 2 of the councilmen up here agreed with me in the past with this, we need bulldozers to create clean spaces to rebuild this town. And I know that is the solution. And I really wanted to say that tonight, and I just want to say thank you for allowing me to speak. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Council President.
You said 20 seconds, it was a minute. Okay, again, Ed Bullock, 344 Warren Street. I'm speaking on behalf of the library as the president of the Board of Trustees. For 27 years, we had a federation with the county to provide services, library services to them, and on a regular basis, they paid us for those services in installments. And in the spring, we sent them a letter telling them that they owed us approximately $317,000. They responded to us saying, we'll give you $244,000. For 27 years, we used the same exact formula to calculate those numbers. Nothing has changed. They changed it on us. So we didn't take the money because we were concerned that if we constructively received that check for $244,000, that they would say, okay, case closed, you don't get any more money, you have to fight us. Well, now we want you to fight for us because we are getting nowhere with them. All right? They owe our citizens, as the way I look at it, $317,000 for the services that we provided to them according to the same formula that we have used for 27 years. We can get no further with them, so I'm asking that you act on this. Issue. Now, if you need information, you can speak to our director. She can give you all the records and show you what's been going on for all those years. She went over these calculations with Mr. Merlot. He agreed they're the same. They were done the same way as they've always been done.
I'll just say for the council's education, the mayor has been on top of this. He's been working with my office and with CFO Merlot, so it is being addressed.
Okay, but this has been going on a lot since the spring, and the county's still saying no. So if it's been going, and he's on our board, the mayor's on our board, he's heard all this, okay? And that's not a negative comment, so
No, I don't-
he knows what's, everything that we're talking about, but what's gonna happen next then? How are we gonna resolve this if it's ongoing?
Can we get a status report from the mayor? So I'm gonna reach out to the mayor, well, council.
And again, I don't know if it is the responsibility of the mayor alone, I don't know the process. So all I know is they owe the money, they need to pay us, it's our money, and we want action. That's, as a leader, that's
You're right.
what I feel is my responsibility on behalf of the library.
Absolutely. Well, the library's an asset, and I think we can all agree with that. And they have a lot of my money, Mr. Bullock. My daughters never returned their books. So, sorry, just trying to make it lighthearted, but we will reach out to the mayor, okay? And we will, if you're worried about fighting.
Okay, and can you get back to our director, Deb Messling?
Without a doubt.
Let her know
Yep.
what the status is, because I'm gonna call her, and I'm gonna see what's going on, and, report it, we have to report it to the board and go, and we need this done. We need this taken care of.
I will make sure you have an answer within the next 2 days. Is that acceptable?
That's fine. I appreciate it. Thanks.
You're very welcome, thank you.
So good evening. Oh my goodness, what a meeting today. It's my first meeting.
Your name and address?
My name is Lorraine De Silva Lee, 401 South Main Street in Phillipsburg. And I'm here as the CEO of Lee Services, and that stands for Learning Enrichment Experiences. What we do is we provide services which are education and training related to individuals with disabilities as well as their families. And I'm up here because the young man that's with me would have taken out a few rows to get up here in his power wheelchair to make his point. So you have me instead. I want to thank you. I know I've gotten to know many of you as I have been asking for your help to just get individuals in the building. I've made the space completely accessible, and the issue has been that because of a curb cut issue, we haven't been able to get individuals like the young man that's with me here tonight in the building. And I just want to remind you, with the snow and the rain that's coming right now, there's a spot empty in front of the building, but yet he has to go down the block, across the street, back down the block just to enter the building. And if you can imagine negotiating umbrellas and snow and all of that, and so I'm really asking you to help to move this along as quickly as possible, because it's just wrong. It's wrong to see the rest of us walk right in and individuals who use wheelchairs to have such a struggle to get in. I do want to remind you that these are individuals who work, they pay taxes, they contribute their gifts and talents to make our communities better. I also want to leave you with that I have more than 30 years experience in this field. I serve on national, state, and local councils, and I assure you there are funds out there to make our communities accessible. I will work with anyone that you choose to try to secure those funds so we have accessible communities, and that's for the moms in the strollers, the people on bikes, and individuals with wheelchairs. So thank you so much.
Thank you. You are aware I did meet with Stan, and he did put out for quotes. He did the study, so we're all in agreement. We're going to do the very best we can. Yes, ma'am.
So Connor doesn't have to run up here and knock out a few rows to make his point?
No, he does not.
All right, Connor.
Thank you. I would ask for your name and address, but I think I already know, but you may still have to say it for the record.
It's not a problem. Matthew Skirville, 1073 Pearl Street. I just have a question concerning the Ethics Committee, and I haven't heard much about that. I was wondering where that stands at this moment.
So the Ethics Committee, and Vicki, stop me if I'm wrong, but we were contacted by the state. It needed to be approved by the state. And from what I understand, it's still in that approval process, because I have heard that they've had some complaints, and they had asked us to notify them if we get anything, okay? So then it would go to the state level. So we can't proceed until the state actually gives us the okay, which is disheartening, because we've appointed all of these people to the Ethics Committee. So that's unfortunate, unfortunately where we are at this point in time. Once it does happen, let you
Thank
know.
you for that reply. I do have some concerns myself as a resident as far as some unethical behavior with the individual that sits on this council. And I would like for an opinion from Mr. Wenner, noting that there was a council member that nominated 2 people to the Housing Authority and voted on them, and there's a direct conflict there. I was just wondering what you think about that.
It was,
2 nominations recently for the Housing Authority within the past couple months. This individual nominated them and voted for them in a public meeting when they have a direct conflict with the Housing Authority.
I'll talk to you offline, you give me information, I'll get back to you.
Okay. You're not aware of that, what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Is it okay for me to provide him with your phone number?
Well, it's Instagram, I'll grab you after the meeting.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anyone else? Your name and address for the record.
Priya Amador, 92A Mercer Street. Good evening, everyone. I came in this evening nervous, but knowing that this was something that had to be said. I am personally saddened, disheartened, clueless as to where to go and what to do, and don't feel like my voice is being heard outside of the council that did try to assist and direct me. Those of you that know me know that my son, my brother with special needs, and I, for the past 2 years, have been running our own personal charity that is funded by nothing else other than if we help out at a farm and we get some fruits and vegetables, or if I clean or braid hair or bake or cook or whatever. I'm not a 503c or anything. And I've been fighting to get a community garden here. The long short of it is I went to the municipal building to get a permission for a yard sale to get our van fixed, because our van currently that we deliver food and vegetables with is destroyed. We need $2,000 to get it fixed. And so we were having a little yard sale, and Mayor Ellis is still on my Diversity Soul Kitchen page, which he told me that I need to give my name up of Diversity Soul Kitchen to his wife because she's better connected in the community, to which I said no. Then I've still never received the meeting that I was supposedly promised here. And when I was in the office speaking with Ms. Kleiner about another subject, Mayor Ellis busted in, and he was rude, derogatory to me, to the point where I had to get a police report done, because he basically verbally abused me. I felt like he was going to hit me. He had me pretty much pinned in the chair, I could not move. He kept coming further and further towards me. When I went to file a police report, the officer asked me if I wanted to have them talk to Mayor Ellis, pretty much like, chill out, back off. I said, okay, that's fine, maybe he was having a bad day or whatever, but I was still upset because he told me that he didn't need my vote, and why was I even here, and it just got even worse. After that, that's when the stalking began. He started driving past my house, I started getting random phone calls, and then the following week, he knew we were having a yard sale, and I was outside across the street from my house. And if you know Mercer Street, it's a one-way street going up. And when people come, there's a little dip, so you can kind of hear the car when it dips. And I'd already seen the back of his Jeep. It had the little logo, the soccer logos and all kind of stuff on there. And I turned and I looked. Now he knows, and I've said it in other meetings, that I have PTSD. He kept trying to trigger me in the office when he was coming at me. At this point, I was parked on the left side. He pulled up next to my car, and I was basically pinned between his car and mine. And his window was down, and he said to me, and I quote, "See, you nigger dyke cunt bitch, I know where you live. You live in my fucking town. I own everyone here. I own everything here. You can bitch and cry all you want. It won't matter. He accused me of being a spy for Bobby and Frank. After that, I went in my house because I was so petrified, and my partner asked me what happened, because she was like, who is this pulling up so close? Is that one of your friends just goofing off? And I didn't say anything because I didn't want her to get upset. But after that, I started getting the threats of, I can get to your kid at any time, my wife works for the school, I know where your retarded brother goes to the Ark, I can get at you at any time, any place, anywhere. And then the next event that happened was on the 27th. I saw a lady that I helped before coming home, and she was struggling with a bag of groceries and her kid, and I stopped and I helped her, and Mayor Ellis was standing in front of the old One Stop, and when I turned to get in the car, I pretty much jumped because I saw him across the street, and he pointed to his eye and he pointed at me. I see you. I know you. I see you. And at that point, I couldn't take it anymore. And I wrote a letter to the council, which was directed further to the prosecutor's office, to where now I'm being told nothing. Okay? No one will touch it. No one will say anything to me. I have no information. They took my computer. I gave it, fine, no problem. They took my computer. They're still investigating the situation. But like I said, nothing has happened at this point. I live in fear on a regular basis. He even said to me, I have no reason to drive over here. When I very first met him, after we were helping a family that got burnt out of their house. So it's like, you had no reason to drive over here, but yet you come over here on a regular basis. And I personally am holding the state of New Jersey, the town of Phillipsburg, and the county of Warren all financially, criminally, and socially responsible, because I and my family make a contribution to this community. There's over 10, 15 kids every Saturday and Sunday that come to my home to eat. I'm struggling to pay my own bills right now, and I don't deserve to be treated like this at all, because I didn't do anything to anybody. I said I wasn't going to cry about this, but I'm really afraid and upset and scared and angry, and I wrote letters and sent this to Cory Booker, Attorney General, the Civil Rights Division. They said that I don't have enough evidence for them to do anything. I've been attacked on Facebook by this Rosalie June lady. In his defense, I've had so many things happen because of this, and all because I'm trying to empower my community to be self-sufficient. All of this is over a garden for the children to help our food bank, so people can stop saying, where's my free this and free that? Root little pig would die, poor hog. Get up off your behind and quit wearing your poverty like a badge of honor and do for yourself. If you talk about minor pride, what about community pride? What about self-pride? You can be poor, but be proud. Do something for yourself. And that's all I'm just trying to do.
Ms. Cooper,
And I've gone over it, I'm sorry, but that's it.
you don't need to be sorry. Unfortunately, because of matters of litigation, I'm unable to comment. But what I will say is, in the case of, you're brave. I apologize, and I would ask that if there's somebody here that could please at least walk her to the hallway to get something, tissue. I don't.
It wasn't even about me. I just wanted to protect my son and my brother and my family. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. or anyone else? There seeing none, we will move forward to council open time.
I have nothing.
Council Vice President.
Just a couple things. I was at the Halloween parade. It was very nice. The attendance, I thought, was really good. It was nice to see. It was quite busy. A lot of people came out. Hopefully, people will continue to participate in the parade. There weren't a whole lot of floats, but what was there were even people throwing hot dogs out of a float, which was something, which was very nice. Last Monday, I attended the Warren County Governing Officials Association meeting presented by the Warren County Prosecutor's Office. One of the topics I spoke with the school board president, Ro Person, about was what to do in the event of emergency in the schools and our buildings. Emergency management procedures, protocols. The Warren County Prosecutor's Office will do presentations. So we talked about it may be a good idea to have it during a presentation, perhaps during a council meeting as a presentation, so people can come and hear what to do in the event of emergency. We have had some true emergencies, and everybody rushes to the school. That's actually the worst thing they can do, and he did reiterate that, but we said one of the hard parts for them is they do come in and do a training once for parents, and it's kind of lost after that point. I know the classes are very busy, so they don't get other opportunities to do that. So with permission, I'm going to talk to Ro Person and look into scheduling possibly a community event to train everyone in the event of emergency in the school. Only other thing, is the other item we'll table. I've been working on a prospectus. I had a conference call on urban opportunity zones. So I spoke with a very nice person who gave me some direction and basically said the tier. So it's 48 pages so far, but that's kind of what I'm working on. So trying to keep things moving, but they said the first step is promotion. You got to promote, 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 and we have Zippo, 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 and the state of New Jersey is actually pretty slow to adopt. So they sent me in the direction of some nice templates, some towns that have been very proactive in the process and had some success with utilizing that opportunity zone designation. So I took the leap and started working on one for Phillipsburg. I will present it as time permits, probably during the working session after I talk to the mayor about it. That's all I have.
Thank you, Council Vice President. Councilman Davis.
Sure. Just a remark, if I recall correctly, at 4 p.m. yesterday, we had several hundred more voters that had cast their ballots at the polls than in all the 2014 election. Just makes me very excited and happy to see that so many people were getting out and using their democratic rights, and I hope to continue to see that we have lots of participation in the voting process here in Phillipsburg. So kudos to all of you yesterday for getting out and casting your ballots. That's all, Council President.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman McVeigh.
Absolutely nothing.
I have one thing. Lighter note. I see we have approval here for junior firefighters Jacob and Dylan Dushak. I just wanted to tell you, man, I coached these kids when they were 5 years old, and now they're junior firefighters. They're about to be junior firefighters. I am getting old. I have nothing with regard to council open time. I do appreciate everyone coming out this evening. We can close that and move on to the motions. We have a motion for the approval of an application for active duty for Ryan O'Grady, Alert Hook and Ladder, company number 1, and an approval for the application of junior firefighters Jacob Dushak and Dylan Dushak.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Whitmer?
Absolutely, yes. Last item is there was a special use permit we need to okay or approve for an anti-bullying rally, and I happen to know the young lady who put in for the permit. Did you want to speak at all? Did you want to let everyone know? If you don't, it's okay, we'll just approve the permit.
Also waive the fees.
And,
Motion.
right, and
Before.
we'll motion to waive the fees associated with.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Colbert?
Yes, so we approved with fees waived, and Vicky, did you want to say anything? You don't have to if you don't want to.
Thank you. I hope that everyone is planning on attending, and if anyone wants to speak, I know how loves it, so she can speak for our council behalf.
I'm okay with that. I will absolutely be there, but I will be in the crowd. I do think that this is a topic.
If council is attending, then council will be at fine. So I will appreciate it if you guys will come out and help us out, just to show solidarity in our community, especially especially with the bullying issue that's going on in town, and that's me speaking as a parent.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Thank you for doing what you do. If you have a 5K, Josh isn't allowed to run because he wins all the time. He's cheating.
What was the date of that again?
November 17th.
Yep.
Thank you.
At 4:30.
Can we put that on our website and social media as well? And I'll give you Vicky's personal phone number so everyone can call her.
November 17th, that should call her.
I thought you meant me.
No. Vicky, I'm gonna put your personal phone number on Facebook. I'm
Thank you,
kidding.
Ryan.
No, That's great. Okay, with that being said,
So moved.
all in favor? Aye. Let's get out of here.